Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy February. I am so excited to announce the first feature of February Club Quitabug. I will be spotlighting the Stitched All-Around stamp set. This is actually from our current annual catalog. So I'm excited to share this stamp set with you, and I'll be walking you through the free card kit that I've got to go along with this stamp set. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video, and I'll give you all the details about Club Quitabug as we go. So again, here is that Stitched All Around stamp set, really great set. And I did use the Stitched Labels framelit dies to complete each of the projects included in the kit, but you don't need these framelits to finish the kit. All you would need if you want to complete the projects exactly as I have is the Stitched All Around stamp set, but these two are available in my online Stampin' Up! Store as a bundle, and when you purchase the bundle, you actually save 10%, which is a really great value. So you get the stamp set and the framelit dies together for 10% off. So remember, all you have to do to receive your free card kit in the mail from me is simply place a minimum $40 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. That's $40 before tax and shipping, and make sure that you use the host code that I've got somewhere here on the screen. Using that code just lets me know you're wanting to receive this free card kit in the mail from me. Just don't use that code if your order is $150 or more, because you'll still qualify to receive this free card kit in the mail from me, and you will earn Stampin' rewards. And don't forget, right now we do have celebration going on, so if you bump your $40 minimum order up to $50, you can choose a free celebration item in addition to receiving this free card kit in the mail from me. So here's a quick look at all the supplies that I used to complete the cards included in the kit: the Stitched All Around stamp set. Then I've got Highland Heather, Berry Burst, Balmy Blue, Crushed Curry, and Night of Navy ink pads. Then I did use some tear and tape on one of the cards, regular dimensionals, mini dimensionals, my bone folder, paper snips, and then snail adhesive. And I will put a graphic that includes all of the supplies that I've got here with the item numbers. And you can just take a quick screenshot of that if you want to have the full supply list. So there are 3 projects included in this free card kit, and they are all cards. And I went with 3 for this kit because this is a really big shot, intense kit. I have to do a lot of cutting for this kit, so I could only handle doing 3 free projects for you guys. So here is the first card. So it says, "Enjoy your special day, lovely." And I love this. This is a sweet little Z-fold card. So you can see it can stand up just like this. Isn't that fun? I love this card. I think it's beautiful, so pretty. And then here's card number 2. I think this one might be my favorite just because I love Crushed Curry. So this one says, "Oh darling, you are fabulous." Again, love it. And there's just so much stitching detail on this card. So fun. And I love the colors. Really nice card. And then here is card number 3. So it says, "Thank you, friend." Again, love the color combinations. And I paired the Stitched All Around stamp set with designer paper from the new Occasions catalog. And this paper is called Needlepoint Nook. So this was a really great way to kind of link the Occasions catalog with product from the annual catalog. So I'm excited about that. So let's go ahead and jump right in and start creating these projects. So this kit is available for all orders placed in my online Stampin' Up! Store from February the 1st through February the 15th, 2019. Okay, so when you get your kit, it'll have all of your consumable supplies, there will be envelopes, and there's also a full color PDF with a full supply list, as well as all of the measurements for each project. So let's go ahead and start with our stamping for this card. So I'm going to take out this stitched circle in Whisper White, and then this little stitched piece, this is Balmy Blue. I'm going to go ahead and bring in both of my ink pads. So I've got Balmy Blue and Berry Burst. I'm going to stamp "Enjoy Your Special Day" on my Whisper White stitched circle here. Press that down. Okay, and then I will stamp "Lovely" in Balmy Blue onto the Balmy Blue cardstock. So I'm just going to put it sort of off to the left a bit. Not all the way over, but more to the left than the right. Perfect. Okay, so now we can start adhering this card together. So for the card base, this is a piece of Berry Burst cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you the measurements. But if you're getting the kit, it's all going to be pre-scored for you. I will already do that for you. So this is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and then all I did was score it at 5 1/2 inches, and then I scored this flap right here at 2 3/4 inches, and it just folds back on itself, and that's how you get this lovely Z-fold. Now those measurements will also be on the PDF that comes with the kit, and then like I said, it'll be pre-scored if you are getting the kit from me. So I'm just going to add some snail adhesive onto this Whisper White layer. And this is going to go right here on the inside of our card. Right about there should be good. Okay. And then I've got a piece of balmy blue cardstock and some of that gorgeous needlepoint Nook designer paper. Isn't it pretty? And I'm going to go ahead and add this onto my balmy blue cardstock. Okay, and then we'll add this onto our Z fold here, just right here, center that up, perfect. Okay, then I'm just going to take my lovely, and over here on the right hand side, I'm going to add a little bit of snail adhesive, and I'm just going to add this lovely right down there, and then we will stick some dimensionals on here, and then I'm also going to put one dimensional all the way in this far bottom corner right about there. Then you want to take something that's kind of sharp and just poke out any of these little bits that didn't already come out on this little doily. I don't know what you would call this. This little stitch doily, or just pop those out. All right, got all of those out, and now I'm just going to center up my sentiment on this piece. So let's see. Yep, I think that looks good. Whoop. Ugh. And then I'm going to add a few dimensionals on this piece, but you don't want to, you want to keep your dimensionals on the left hand side because you don't want to seal your Z-fold closed, right? So you want to make sure you don't put any on this right hand side. Take these backings off, and then I will add this on. Let's see, right about there, I believe should be good. Yep, that's perfect. Give that a press, and then now we can add on our little heart. Put that on there good. And I'll just put this right down here towards the bottom. Yeah. I think that looks good. So we actually need to add, I totally forgot, we need to add a second dimensional. We need 2 layers of dimension behind this lovely. So I'm just going to, I just totally forgot about that. So I'm just gonna flip this around and layer on, there we go, another dimensional. So you need 2 layers of dimensionals so that that will be even, because this layer is popped up and this crumb cake layer is popped up. So you want them to all be sitting at the correct height. So there we go. Now we're finished. Okay, and that finishes up card number 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on card number 2. So I'm just going to take out this piece of stitched Whisper White. This is using the stitch shape framelit dies. And then I've got a piece of balmy blue cardstock. So in Crushed Curry, I am going to stamp the "Oh Darling, You Are Fabulous." Stamp that right here. This is definitely my favorite card. Okay, Now I've got Night of Navy ink, and I cleaned this stamp, and I'm going to stamp this again onto this balmy blue cardstock. And then with my paper snips, I'm just going to hand cut out this word, fabulous. Okay, there we go. All right, and I just put a little bit of snail on the back of that fabulous, and I'm just going to add it. There we go. Right on, isn't that fun? Okay, all right, so now we can go ahead and start putting together this card. So I've got a crushed curry card base, and I've already run this card base through the Big Shot using this little stitched framelit there. Isn't that fun? So I'm just gonna go ahead and fold this over, give it a nice crease with the bone folder. Then you've got some more of that Needle Point Nook Designer Series paper. I'm just going to add this on to the right side of the card front. Just align that up. Okay, just like that, perfect. And then I've got some tear and tape here. I am just going to put a strip of this right along the edge of this designer paper, and I'll just take my paper piercer and pull that backing off. Then you've got some of this great gingham Night of Navy ribbon. I'm just going to lay this right along that strip of tear and tape to adhere this ribbon down. Let's see, I want to make sure I get it on straight. All right, that should be good. And then you want to use some good scissors to trim off the extra ribbon and give it a nice clean edge there on that ribbon. Okay, there we go. Isn't that cute? All right, so I'm going to take my snail adhesive here and this little petal pink stitched circle. I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive, and I want to stick this circle, let's see, right about there. Okay, then I'm going to take this cute little heart, one of my mini dimensionals, stick that on the back. And this is a little Poppy Parade stitched heart. Just put that right there, so cute. And then I'm gonna flip this layer over and add dimensionals to the back. Then again, I'm gonna take this layer and just pop out any of those little die cut pieces that didn't already pop out. All right, so I've got those all popped out. So then I've got this Highland Heather stitched little label here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of snail there to the top of that, the top right, and then I am going to pop this right behind that little panel just like that. And then I'll go ahead and let me center this up on here. Just like so, and then dimensionals on the back of this. Okay, I've got my backings off, and we will just center this up, and let's see, I'll put it, I think I want it right about there. There we go. That finishes up card number 2. Okay, so for card number 3, let me get all of my pieces. Okay, so on this little die cut Whisper White circle, we're gonna stamp the thank you. So I've got my Highland Heather ink pad, and I am going to stamp this thank you right in the center Okay, so I've got that stamp down. Okay, so then you want to clean your stamp off. I just dipped my finger in my Night of Navy, but clean your stamp off, and then you're going to stamp this image again in Night of Navy onto your piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock. Okay, and then you're also going to, on this little bitty piece here, you're going to stamp the sentiment that says friend, and we're going to put this towards the right hand side. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm just going to come in on this little circle here, and I am going to cut off all these little holes on the edge. I just want the circle, the interior circle with the stitching. And then you can pop out those little bits on your other little circle. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to hand cut out this thank you as well. And then just banner the ends of that thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and add this little thank you onto my other little circle. Just center that up and put it on this piece. Okay, right there. And then I'm going to use mini dimensionals on my little thank you banner. It should just barely fit. And I think I'll do two. Two should do. All right, so I just added that little thank you right across the middle, just like that. Okay, so then you've got a balmy blue card base. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold this, give it a nice crease. There we go. Then I'm going to bring in another piece of that Needlepoint Nook Designer Series paper. And I'm going to use this as a guide. Oh my gosh, I have Night of Navy everywhere. I'm gonna bring in my balmy blue ink pad here. And then I've got this little crisscross image that comes in the stamp set. I'm gonna ink this up and I am going to stamp this across the front of the card. So let me just make sure. I think I want this about here. Okay. And I'm just gonna start going across just above this piece of, yeah, just like that, just above this piece of designer paper. So I'm just holding that paper in place, using it as my guide. Okay, now I'm gonna come in and do the same thing across the bottom, and I'm just gonna scoop this paper up just a tiny, tiny bit. Okay, now let's do it across the bottom. Okay, so I think that looks good. And now I'm just going to add adhesive onto this little strip, and I'll just center it up right in between that stamping that I just did. Okay, so right there should be good. Yep, that's perfect. Then you've got this little silver stitched piece. I die cut this out of silver foil. I'm gonna take this and this Whisper White sheer ribbon, and I'm just going to put my ribbon through the bottom and then come up through the hole in the top, just like this. And this is going to wrap around the front of the card, just like so. And then we are going to tie it. Now you want your ribbon, make sure that it doesn't twist. I see this just twisted, so I'm gonna straighten it back out. There we go. Make sure it's straight on the inside. Yep, we're good to go. Okay, so I've got that on there, and I'm just gonna get it in position where I think I'm gonna want it. So I think I'll want it, get my ribbon lengths. Okay, I think I'm gonna want it right about here. So I'll go ahead and get some dimensionals on the back of this circle. I'm gonna put them on the left and the right, just like that. And that's going to help hold this in place right about there. That should be held in place. Yep, perfect. And now I can tie my bow, and I like to turn it upside down to tie my bow. That helps me. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Alrighty, there we go. And then I can just pull my little ends, get them how I want it, get my loops how I want them. Oh, I think that looks great. Just straighten this out up here. Perfect, yay. Get my scissors and give it just a tiny little trim. I think I like this bow better than my sample. Oh, that's very cute. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take our friend and get a dimensional edge piece here. And I think I need it a little bit shorter. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna put this on here. This is on the right side where we stamped the word friend. And I am just going to slip this in right about there. And then I will also put a mini dimensional on the back. So this is berry burst for that little friend. I don't know if I ever said that. And then I'm gonna put this little dimensional on the back of this crushed curry heart, and we will just pop this up right about, oh come on, right about here I believe. Yep, that looks great. Okay, there we go. All right, and that finishes up card number 3. So there you have it, my stitched all around free card kit. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I love these projects. I think they're a lot of fun. They're beautiful. So don't forget, all you have to do to receive your free stitched all around card kit in the mail as a gift from me to you is simply place a minimum $40 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. That's $40 before tax and shipping. Make sure that you use the host code. I've got it somewhere here on the screen. Using that code just lets me know you're wanting to receive this free card kit. Just don't use that code if your order is $150 or more, because you'll still qualify to receive the card kit and you will earn Stampin' rewards. And don't forget, now is the perfect time to bump your order up to $50 so that in addition to receiving this free card kit, you can also choose a free celebration item as well. And you can find all of the details about this free card kit and Club Quita Bug over on today's coordinating blog post linked just below the video in the description notes. So thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye now.